What is up, guys? It is me, Max, back again with another guitar tutorial, and today we're gonna take a look at Yungblud, Weird. Pretty awesome song, which is why we're here, which is why I'm making this video right now. And second of all, pretty easy song to play on guitar. Quick disclaimer though, he's obviously playing it on an electric guitar in the original song, but I sadly don't have access to mine. It's at my parents' house, where I am not right now, as you might be able to tell. And I can't play it here because of the neighbors and noise and stuff, because the walls are pretty thin here, especially the doors. I could hear someone coughing on the staircase right now, even though I'm in my living room. It's pretty annoying, but aside from that, no worries. What I'm showing on the acoustic guitar, first of all, works for all of us because you can play the song on an acoustic guitar. Second of all, you can play it on the electric guitar as well, obviously, and that will work the exact same way that I'm showing you here. If there are any differences or something you should watch out for on the electric guitar, I will mention that, I will show you, because I'm a passionate electric guitar player myself, so don't worry, I got you covered. And we are in standard tuning, we don't need a capo or anything. And without further ado, my Instagram is down in the description if you want to talk to me or see what's going on in my life or something along those lines. And now let's roll. First things first, let's kick it off with the intro and verse, which are the same riff. And our first chord is going to be a B. We take our first finger, which is the index finger, and put that onto the 7th fret on the 6th string. Now we take our third finger, put that onto the 9th fret on the 5th string, pinky on the 9th fret on the 4th string, and second finger on the 8th fret on the 3rd string. We don't have to play the full fleshed out bar chord version here because we don't need those high strings in this verse. And second of all, we're playing it up here instead of down here where it would usually be played. And the reason why is that we need that 6th string, that lower E string, to get involved, and you will understand why in a second. So what we do here is we palm mute the strings, we take the palm of our right hand, put it down here on the strings, and as we go up and down, it always stays on here. The further you shift up, the more muted the strings will be, and the further you go down, the more of an open sound you will get. And what we do is we go down and up 8 times on these lower strings, and on the 8th time we lift all of our fingers off. So it's just like that. And now we played 8 more times without lifting it off. So it's, and we do that twice on this first chord. Just like that. Now we slide down onto our second chord, which is going to be an E major. We take our first finger and put that onto the 1st fret on the 3rd string, second finger onto the 2nd fret on the 5th string, and third finger onto the 2nd fret on the 4th string. And now we do the exact same thing, but we only do it once. So 8 times with lifting it off, in the end 8 times without. Go back up onto that B and do it once more. So the whole thing sounds like this. And because of that deep and dark sound that we have in there once, we shouldn't be doing it on that B over here. If this switch is too hard for you, you can still play the regular B, which would look like this, and that switch would be a lot quicker, but for the sake of the sound, I would play it up here and just slide. But that is totally up to you. And for the electric guitar players, the only difference here is that we play this B as a power chord, so we don't even need that second finger, and that will pretty much go for all chords in this song because, well, you can always play chords as power chords. That is part of the electric guitar fun, so you will always stay in that shape and just kind of, you know, slide up and down. So next up we've got the chorus. Our first chorus chord is going to be a G sharp minor. We take our first finger, which is the index finger, and put that across all 6 strings here on the 4th fret. Then we take our third finger, put that onto the 6th fret on the 5th string, and pinky onto the 6th fret on the 4th string. For the electric guitar players, you wouldn't have to do all that barring stuff. And if that is too hard for you, you can actually do the power chord version as well. So if you are not at that level yet, just play it like this. Put your first finger solely onto that 6th string and mute the other strings with your first finger, because we built that little bridge here and we just kind of don't build it as high as we would if we wanted to hear those strings. So we just slightly touch them and thereby mute them like that. But that would be my recommended version of that G sharp minor. And next up, we slide down 2 frets and add our second finger for an F sharp. We've got our first finger across all 6 strings on the 2nd fret now, third finger on the 4th fret on the 5th string, pinky on the 4th fret on the 4th string, sorry, and second finger on the 3rd fret on the 3rd string. Jesus Christ, that was a bit harder than it should have been. So, G sharp minor, F sharp, and last but not least a chord which we already know, the E major. So we've got G sharp minor, F sharp, and E. And what we do with those chords is rather simple. We go down and up 16 times on the G sharp minor. I recommend counting in sets of 8 because that is a lot easier. Then we go to that F sharp, do it as well. Then we go onto that E and play it 32 times, so twice as long. So it's we do that twice, and that is the entire chorus. Last but not least, let's take a look at the guitar solo, which will start off on the 9th fret on the 6th string. We put our third finger onto that fret and we pick that once. Then we lift it off and put our first finger onto the 6th fret on the 5th string and pick that once. And we go back and forth between those two 3 times. And now we play the 9th fret once more, followed up by the 7th fret on the 6th string with our first finger again. So it's, we do that twice. And in the end, we play 3 times back and forth between the 9th on the 6th string and the 6th on the 5th string again. And then we go, so pretty much as before, but in the end, we go back onto the 9th on the 6th string once more, and then the 7th on the 6th string once more. So we have those two going back and forth twice. Just like that. So it's that will obviously sound a lot better on an electric guitar, but we have to make ends meet here right now. And in case you don't want to play that guitar solo, you can obviously keep on playing the rhythm guitar, and we do that by playing the verse riff again. But instead of palm muting it and lifting it off every now and then, we just stay on our chords and just strum down and up the exact same number of times as in the verse, but with open chords. And that is the entire song. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, drop it a thumbs up. Helps me out more than you might think. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's somewhere down there. And as always, I hope that I will see you guys next time.